Guys, let's go fishing.
All right.
Hey, Brent, there's already one down here.
Come on, Brent. Should we try to catch a fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what's down this way.
Hi, I'm Bob Jensen. This is Fishing the Midwest. Thanks for stopping by. Fairmont, Minnesota, in the south central part of the state, is called the City of Lakes. That's because there's a bunch of lakes right inside the city limits, and those lakes are full of bass and some other species of fish as well. Today, Dave Vogel and Ben Brown are going to show me how to catch all those species of fish in the lakes in Fairmont, Minnesota. Let's get out there. The Midwest has so many outstanding places to go fishing, and through the years I've had the good fortune to visit many of those places. But the more I travel across the Midwest, the more I realize that there are lots of outstanding places that I've never been to. This past year I was surfing the internet or something and came across a place called the City of Lakes. That looked interesting. Then I saw that Fairmont, Minnesota was the City of Lakes. I've driven on the interstate past Fairmont many times in the past. A little more research indicated that the lakes around Fairmont had good populations of fish, mostly largemouth bass, but a good variety of species. I made a couple phone calls and set up a trip to the City of Lakes. I'm glad I did. Showing me around the lakes in Fairmont are Ben Brown and Dave Vogel. Both are top-notch anglers. Ben is a senior in high school. When he's not practicing or playing football on the high school team, he's either working at the bait shop in town or he's fishing. By the way he handles a fishing pole, I think he spends quite a bit of time in the water. Same thing with Dave, he really knows how to catch them. Dave does tourism work for the state of Minnesota and fishes some tournaments. He also spends quite a bit of time on the lakes in and around Fairmont. There are several lakes connected to each other. The shorelines are pretty developed, which means there's lots of bass habitat and cover. We threw to docks a lot. There were also a lot of fallen trees and brush along the shoreline. We also threw to the weed line. We caught fish off all these areas.
This is fun, huh?
Jeepers.
That's about the same size, too.
Yeah. Can you
Another
swing it
nice
in,
one.
Ben?
Yeah, I can.
Here,
swing
you can do that if you want to net it.
That's
all. Okay.
Ben knows what he's doing.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Should have netted it.
Here's something you might want to keep in mind. While Ben and Dave were throwing to the shoreline cover, I was throwing a flicker shad to the weed line on the other side of the boat. There were fish there, too.
That's a nice
That's
walleye.
a decent walleye, yeah. Ooh. A lot of walleyes in these lakes?
Yeah.
Are there really?
Yeah. 2009 was the latest DNR lake survey.
Yeah.
And there was quite an abundance, and they even had, I think there was, on this particular lake and Sisseton are the two best walleye lakes.
Yeah.
And I think they had several that went, over 24 inches.
No
even.
kidding.
Yeah, some nice ones.
That's a decent walleye.
Yeah, that is.
He'd
Nice
go well in
eater.
a frying pan, wouldn't he?
You bet.
Huh. I like that. If you take a close look at this spot, you can see the L-shaped dock, and out from that is scattered weeds. You can see the brown spots. Areas like this will hold lots of fish anywhere you fish. On bright days, the fish will be closer to the cover. When it's cloudy, or early or late in the day, the fish will scatter more. Today they're holding close to the docks and trees and other forms of cover.
They're liking the white.
Oh, let me grab the net here.
There. We'll just get that net under him. Huh. They seem to be liking white, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They
I
always
was just
do on this
thinking
lake.
that. My only.
Yeah, white seems to be a good choice.
Let's take a break from the fishing to check out a clothing item from Cabela's that will enable you to enjoy the outdoors even more. Missy, I wear that Berber fleece outfitter parka a lot. I've heard about this Wooltimate. What's the difference?
Biggest difference is with the Wooltimate, we've combined the Berber and the wool. Gives it a nice softer finish than your traditional full wool outfits. Along with this, we've added the wind shear. What it's going to do is it's going to block that wind and give you additional warmth along with the wool and Berber combined.
This is the wind shear here.
Yes, this material right inside is your wind shear. Nice thing about it, it's nice and quiet, so when you are out on a hunt, you're not going to disturb any animals that you are trying to hunt. Nice big black camo too, so it's going to go with any environment you're hunting in. It's also machine washable.
Machine washable, that's a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah. What sort of different styles?
We have full zip jacket, hooded. There is a half zip vest, and also we have a waisted pant for you. This is the Ultimate Collection, and it's only available at Cabela's.
Thanks, Missy. If you need help in selecting outdoor stuff, the folks at Cabela's are experts at doing so. Now back to the City of Lakes, Fairmont, Minnesota.
I was just trying to reel it in.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
a
saw
butt
that.
thing.
You saw that fish in there, didn't you? Oh, that's a nice one.
Yep. There, he jumped for you.
There.
You want him to jump again? He's tighter. There we go. A fish.
That's a nice one.
Good job. Thank you for the net job.
Watch it.
That's a pretty nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a nice
You
fish.
bet. Yeah.
You like that top water right out here in the middle of the day, didn't
Yeah, and
you?
I was moving it fast.
Yeah. Boy, it's a hot day in late June, but the bass are biting in the middle of the day. When we come back, we'll see if we can catch some more. Stay tuned. These folks make the products that will help you catch more fish. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Gulp Alive, looks, feels, tastes alive. Northland Fishing Tackle, the fisherman's favorite. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. The skies are bright, the sun is straight overhead, it's hot, it's calm, usually not good fishing conditions for largemouth bass. Today it is. Here we go for some more largemouth bass. We're covering a lot of water today and throwing a lot of different baits. Topwaters, crankbaits, worms, swim baits. The fish aren't showing a real preference. They're hitting a little bit of everything. Dave caught this guy on a rattling crankbait. You got him?
Yeah.
A little closer. Close enough. Close enough. You know, these bass all run, it seems like all the fish in this area run a nice size, Dave.
Yeah.
And there's a wide variety of fish too, it looks like.
Yeah, there are quite a variety of fish in here, Bob. There's obviously bass, and there's bluegills, crappies, perch, channel catfish, a few northerns, and nice walleyes. So it's got a wide variety of fishery and nice size and a lot of them. So.
Boy, did you see where that one came from, Ben?
That is a nice fish. That fish came out a little bit of ways from shore, not necessarily like the other ones have been on shore. That one was out a little ways, probably 4 or 5 feet of water, kind of out in the weeds a little bit there.
Yeah, this one hit probably about 3/4 of the way to the boat, about 4 or 5 feet of water. Came up out of the weeds and just hit that shallow running crankbait. So decent fish, nice and healthy looking. We pulled up on this one tree in the water, and we kept getting those peck hits that often indicate panfish. I threw a slip bobber rig under the tree, and business picked up right away. I'm hoping crappie. I'm thinking crappie. Yeah, that's a crappie.
I'm seeing crappie. No kidding. Can you get them this size and bigger consistently here?
Yeah.
Do you really?
That's probably on the small end.
Is it?
Yep. Oh, there's
What do you
another.
have?
You got somebody.
What do you got, Dave?
I don't know.
Bluegill.
Bluegill, not a
Is it?
very big one.
He'd go in a fry pan.
That's pretty small for around here, though.
Is it really?
Yeah, they
No
get pretty
kidding.
big.
Decent sized bluegill, but there's a lot bigger ones than that in here.
And is this the sort of thing that you can take advantage from shore?
Oh yeah.
A lot
Yeah,
of there's shore access?
There's several docks you can fish from. There's a handicap accessible fishing dock on Lake Sisseton.
Yep.
And you know there's a number of other ones that you can, and there's
So you can just park and walk down and
yeah,
go fishing.
and there's quite a bit of park area around the lake, so that are open to the public too.
Then Dave got in the scoreboard again. This is just fun stuff, especially in the ultralight tackle Dave's using.
Pretty good size fish too.
He's pulling a little bit harder, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna get the net ready. This doesn't look like a crappie.
No, I don't. If it's a crappie, it's a monster crappie. I only got a 4-pound test on here, so
Yep.
I'm not.
Staying down.
There he is, gonna be right there. There he comes. A little bit closer. I don't want to knock him off. I'll get him. No kidding.
Such a deal.
And that's, a really light rod, really light reel.
Yep.
Hit that little spinner.
You know, one thing that
Soft
a lot of people don't realize is the catfish is a predator.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, they're not there's a channel cat out of the Fairmont lakes.
Jeepers, in this little stretch here, we're getting everything. Panfish, bass, catfish.
You bet. You never know what's going to grab a hold.
I know. Stephanie Bourgeois knows all about the Fairmont area. She had this to say about Fairmont.
Fairmont prides itself on being the city of lakes, with a chain of 5 lakes right in our community, and very fisherman-friendly and very family-friendly place for people to come and visit. We have 19 parks right within city limits, so lots of open space, lots of space for recreation and to kick back and relax. We have a chain of 5 lakes. You can access each lake via channels. Some great places to eat right on the lake, so if you're out fishing and are hungry looking for a bite to eat, you can pull right up to one of the docks, get something to eat. We also have some gas pumps at one of our restaurants right on the lake, so you can grab something to eat, fill up your tank with gas, and be on your way. Gomsrud Park is a great place to start your fishing excursion. We have a boat ramp as well as a fish cleaning facility right in the park, so great place to start off your day. In addition to the fishing, we have lots of things that would appeal to people all ages, with numerous beaches throughout the community. It's a great place for kids to stop and swim and enjoy the lakes.
Boy, these lakes in Fairmont, Minnesota have so many species of fish and some big ones. When we come back, we'll catch some more. Stay tuned. The Fishing the Midwest fishing team uses and appreciates the efforts of these people. Abu Garcia for life. Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter of hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. Freybill, trusted gear since 1938. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. Boy, Dave Vogel and Ben Brown know how to catch these fish in the Fairmont Lakes area. Let's get back out there. Look at there.
Perch, another species.
Another. Gee,
There's one more that we didn't have before. Smorgasbord of fish. That's not a huge perch, but it's not bad. Let you grow up. There we go.
Now, Ben, you are a young guy, high school, senior in high school, on the football team and all that stuff. Is the fishing here in the Fairmont Lakes, is there enough to keep you excited?
Well, Bob, the fishing here in Fairmont's really good. I really don't need to go anywhere else to get any more action. I've got all the diversity and species I want. I can fish for my bass, which I love. Caught numerous big ones last year in the month of June, and there's walleyes and many panfish opportunities as well here too.
I mean, in your definition of bass, what's big for this area?
5 pounds is big, and most of those I consider big would be over 5 pounds. So,
how many big ones did you catch last year?
Probably total over the year, probably 15 over 5 pounds last year. So.
And didn't you say you caught some in the 6 pound range?
Yep, I did.
That slip bobber deal's working pretty good for me. This is a big gill. Well, I don't think he's that. Oh, it's a bluegill. Just a bigger.
That's a bigger bluegill.
That's a bigger bluegill.
Yeah.
A nice one. Oh yeah. Wow. Huh.
That's more the size that you find.
And you can catch these year round?
Yep.
How do you catch them? Yeah. Like in the spring, they're up close and they just hang out around docks and
they pretty much hang around docks because that's where the minnows, the forage and stuff is. You would.
Here's some more Fairmont information from Stephanie Bourgeois.
One of the attractions for people of all ages is our Heritage Acres. Heritage Acres is an agricultural and interpretive center to help tell the ongoing story of farming. Overlooking Lake Sisseton on 40 acres, this site helps people of all ages see, touch, and explore a rural experience. Events are held throughout the summer and fall, including a music festival, threshing bee, an antique tractor pull, and a good old-fashioned fall festival. Another point of interest right here in Fairmont is the Fairmont Opera House. Today, the Fairmont Opera House hosts local and professional plays, live music and arts performances, as well as local events.
Got him. Just like that, my bobber went down again. These fish are all under the same tree. Nothing but a good time. Feels bassish. Or catfishy.
Catfish.
Yeah, it catfish.
It does. Yep, it looks catfishy. Right in there with the bluegills.
Come back, Mr.
There.
Catfish. There we go.
There. Nothing but a good time, are they?
So they really fight.
They do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I missed him the first time and he came right back. Listen to him.
Yeah. He's giving you heck.
I wonder what he's saying. You know? You gotta want. Look at those barbells. That's how they find their food.
Yep.
It's just full of sensors on there. Look at that. Huh. And they are a very clean fish. They require clean water.
Yeah, they really do like the clean water.
Huh. They just keep biting. When we come back, we'll see if they continue. Stay tuned. For more fishing success, check out these outstanding products. WalleyeCentral.com. More walleye information than you can handle. Growth Energy, America's ethanol supporters. Nanofill, the next generation in fishing line. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. The bass are biting, so are the panfish, so are the walleyes, so are the catfish. Let's see if we can catch some more. Oh, little guy. Little guy. Oh, I'm gonna swing him in. We put the bass baits back on and started moving along the shoreline.
Not all that little.
Not all that little, no. We got bit pretty regularly all day along the shoreline.
All really healthy in this lake, aren't
Yeah.
they? So, Ben, it seems like a lot of the bass fishing is kind of shore related. You know, there's docks, there's lots of cover along the shore. Does it hold up all summer that way?
You know, I found that with this dirtier water, the shoreline pattern, the cover as far as weeds and shallow weeds, docks and timber really does hold up all summer. Just the fact that the water is a little dirtier and there's no real clear water or deep weed edges, so they do tend to hold shallow all summer long.
If you were limited to one presentation to use year-round fishing these shoreline areas, what would it be?
I'd probably have to say a soft plastic bait. They're very versatile. There's so many different ways you can fish them, so that'd probably be my go-to bait.
And then how are you rigging that soft bait?
Soft bait, probably a Texas rig.
Yep. That's good, Ben. I would do it very similarly. What about you, Dave? You got? Would you do it differently?
Well, I think maybe the only thing I would do different is I'm a guy that likes to do surface lures. So shallow running crankbait, buzzbait, popper. You know, it's just more fun for me to fish that way, and they seem to be just as effective.
And run those baits along the docks and along cover and
Long
that sort of thing?
docks, undercover, you know, wherever.
Yep.
Adam Sorenson has another recipe from Dakota Grills. Let's check it out.
Now we are cooking both some sirloins and some ribeyes. Unfortunately, the sirloins are frozen. I'm just going to throw a whole package on, and I'm going to thaw them in the grill. Now to do this, you don't want to use a high temperature. Use a low temperature, like 220 degrees. And now I'm going to set a timer. I'll set the timer for a half hour. And there it is. Now we can walk away, let that thaw, and we'll come back in a half hour and throw the ribeyes on. We're now back and the steak should be thawed. So let's take it out of the package and actually cook it. And it looks like it's nice and thawed. I'm gonna add some seasoning and grill it. This is our very own sizzling steak seasoning. We will put a probe in the steak down here. And the sensor's in the very tip, so you don't want to go in very far. About like that'll do it. Close the lid, we'll set it, and we'll walk away. Now, we're not even going to bother flipping these steaks because it'll cook evenly from both directions. And we're going to cook our steaks at 320 degrees. And we want the bottom steaks to be about medium well. Probe's in the bottom steak, so we'll set this for 155. And that's it. Now you can walk away, go do something else. This will grill to perfection every time. Well, looks like our steaks are ready. Let's take a look here. And that steak has been done now for about 10 minutes. Nice and juicy, perfect every time. And let's take a taste here. That is an excellent steak.
Those Dakota Grills do such a good job of easily producing a delicious product. Now back to the fishing.
Dave, you know, there are several lakes right here in Fairmont that are full of fish, but there are some other lakes in the area also?
Yeah, there are. South of us, there's several that are decent lakes for northern and walleyes and bass and panfish. We've also got just 15 minutes to the west, Fox Lake, which is managed for muskies. And there's 50-inch plus fish coming out of that lake.
And they're all different types of lakes, so if one isn't going, the other might be?
Yep.
Whoa, there's one.
Our day on the water was winding down when this big guy inhaled Ben's topwater bait.
Oh, that's a big one. You gonna get the net for him, Dave? Yep. Yep, let's get the net for him. Right here, right here. Whoa, look at that guy, that's a big one. Look at him right there.
That was fun.
Whoa, he hit that topwater bait. Oh no. Oh. We made that a little bit of an adventure, didn't we?
My drag.
Now this is one of those big ones you're talking about, right, man?
He's decent size. They get a couple pounds bigger than that too.
Oh, come on, decent size. That's a big bass. That's a nice bass.
That's a pretty big
Oh,
Fairmont
boy.
area bass right there. That's a nice fish anywhere you go in Minnesota. That was a fun fight on that topwater. Boy, did he blow up on that thing.
did,
That was a
didn't he?
good fight.
Just hammered it. Good.
That was a good day on the water, in an area that you wouldn't normally think of as being a fishing hotspot, but it is. The City of Lakes, Fairmont, Minnesota offers truly outstanding fishing for variety, quality, and quantity. I think we caught 6 different species of fish using a variety of techniques. If you're looking for a new area to explore, you should check out the Fairmont area along Interstate 90 in southern Minnesota. Even if you're not looking for a new area to explore, if you just want to get bit, the fish in the lakes in the City of Lakes will be more than willing to do so. When we visited Fairmont, we stayed at the Holiday Inn. It's right off the interstate and very convenient, also very nice. There's a Green Mill restaurant attached, so you've got food and lodging under one roof. Nice place. Add Fairmont, Minnesota to your list of fishing areas to visit. You'll be glad you did. You know, wherever you live in the Midwest, there's good fishing close by. The Fairmont, Minnesota Lakes area are testimonial to that. Be sure to give them a try. Hey, for all of us at Fishing the Midwest, thanks for stopping by. Be nice to one another. We'll see you again next time.